This is already the third part in this video series about game mechanics I absolutely love. And soon maybe I will run out of game mechanics to tell you guys about. Let's start with Bloodborne, because my number one tip on this list is recovering your health when you attack after you get damaged in Bloodborne. So the health regain in Bloodborne, it functions like this. After you get hit, you have 5 seconds to attack the enemy again multiple times to effectively heal the damage you just took. Why is this genius? It's because it gives you an incredible revenge feeling. And this is very rare in games. I feel like games don't do revenge well enough. It's so rare that you see an actual good revenge mechanic. Now, I'm not talking about Shadow of Mordor if you've played that game, but the actual feeling in gameplay that you get your revenge on someone. Bloodborne absolutely nails this with enemies that are super strong, with enemies that are obnoxious, hard to dodge. You absolutely feel like after you get hit, give me that health back. It's just such a fun game mechanic. It's one of my favorite health regain mechanics of all time. Before I move on to number 2, a kind reminder to check part 1 and part 2 of this video. I have linked them down in the description. Check them out. 5 awesome game tips in each video. My second tip has to do with the game called Torchlight 2 and fishing. If you're no stranger to games, you'll know that fishing in games is absolutely terrible. It's the worst game mechanic ever. Fishing, I hate fishing, everyone hates fishing. So you know what Torchlight 2 did? Well, yeah, fishing sucks, but what you can do is you can buy some TNT and just blow the fish up. If you're lazy, if you don't want to put the time in to just wait, sit around, do nothing while you fish, throw in some dynamite into the fishing hole and that's it, you fish the fish. Obviously dynamite costs a bit of gold and it's less efficient than actually fishing, but hey, I don't want to wait around fishing. Torchlight 2 is a fast-paced action game. I don't want to break my pace, I don't want to break my immersion by just fishing, waiting for something, come on. So yes, what you can do is you can throw in a bomb, kill the fish, get the loot. It's as simple as that. I really wish more games strayed away from the typical, stereotypical fishing in games. Man, fishing in games is so bad. But this leads me to my number 3 awesome game mechanic on this list. It's also fishing, but this time it's in Stardew Valley. Finally, a game that does fishing well, a game that makes fishing interesting. Stardew Valley makes fishing a game of balance. You have to balance out your cursor on the bar to always stay on top of the fish. But the real awesome catch of this is sometimes, aside from the fish that keeps moving up and down, there's also a chest. And if you can stay on the chest also and on the fish, after you catch the fish, you also get the chest, so you get extra loot. Fishing scales with skill. Can you imagine that? Fishing scaling with skill? That's absolutely awesome. I love fishing in Stardew Valley. By comparison and standalone, it's awesome. Before I move on to my number 4 tip, if you're liking this video so far, do consider hitting the like button. It really helps me a lot. Number 4. Lately, I've been playing this game called Dead Cells. It's a really cool game in which you can break doors, and when you break a door, the enemies on the other side of the door get stunned. That's it, that's the whole game mechanic, and it works so well. It's incredibly satisfying to break a door and the enemies on the other side, they cannot move for a few seconds. That's absolutely awesome. And on top of that, some weapons in Dead Cells actually deal extra damage to stunned enemies. So you can combo these two. You break a door, you stun the enemies, you hit the enemies with a hammer, tons of damage. Now I know this is quite specific. It's not gonna work in all games, but it can definitely work in many action games with doors. Why not? Alright, my number 5 tip on this list. Maybe you've noticed that I have Thief in the background. The thing about my number 5 tip is I'm not sure this is exactly how it works, and even if it's not, it's still a good game mechanic. So here's how it goes. When you loot something, it automatically turns to gold. That's the whole game mechanic. You play a lot of games in which you pick up trash items, items that are just not good for anything, items that you're only going to sell to a vendor. You cannot craft them, you cannot wear them, you cannot use them. All you do with them is you sell them for value, for money, for gold. Now, what Thief does is, instead of having them occupy space in your inventory, once you loot them, these items automatically turn into gold. So you no longer have to shift through your inventory when you visit the shop and sell all those trash items and make that gold. Instantly, when you loot something, you are going to get the gold, just like that. It's converted into gold. Now hold your horses, I know what you're thinking. Yes, it is indeed satisfying to sell a bunch of trash items. So this tip, I mean, it's nice. It really is nice. It may be worth exploring some more. But I really have to say that it may be bad. This may be a bad game design tip. I'm not sure, we'll have to see about that. But you know what else is bad? Not hitting the like button if you've been watching so far, and also if you're enjoying this video and you want to watch more videos like this one, please do consider subscribing. I upload weekly. Also follow me on Twitter, follow me on Facebook, let's talk. And do share your favorite game design tip with me in the comment section. Do you have a favorite game? Do you not have a favorite game design? What's your favorite game design in this video? Talk to me. I feel alone. Other than that, me I go see you in the next video. Have a nice day.